Hello, mate. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Assassins. It's me, Rog Sassin, and we're having a look at a Devastator build. Now, this is the more solo style or damage kind of build that I've been working on for the Devastator, and it's all about the bleed damage. So, before we start, that's the class tree that I'm using. The only one thing you could possibly change for this build is you could lose the protection from the Anomaly Power for probably the Anomaly bullets, whichever one you fancied. The damage doesn't really come from your firepower on this build, so either or. I prefer the extra protection, especially in solo, because you just ain't got to worry about your health bar. Easily peasily. Skills, we're using Earthquake, Impale, and Golem. You don't have to use Impale. If you really want to be a tank with this build, you can use Tremor. With the Impale, you've got an extra little bit of damage you can use. Most of the damage is going to come from Earthquake and weapon mods. So for the build itself, Seismic Commander's Legendary set. The bonus, increased damage towards enemies with bleed by 50%. Pretty self-explanatory. You put the bleed on, and you kill everything that's bleeding. It's easy. This build isn't perfect. They're not perfect rolls. It could be better. But it works. I can solo content in CT15, not a problem. The rolls you want are going to be Anomaly Power, Status Power, and Cooldown Reduction. If you could switch one, I would change Cooldown Reduction for Skills Life Leech, but it's not needed. Cooldown Reduction is definitely the way to go. So we've got the mod on there, Bloody Boost. There is a Tier 3 mod for that. I've not got it yet. When I get it, it will be switched out. And Earthquake inflicts bleed. Obviously, we need that bleed. Chest Piece, Anomaly Cooldown Status. We've got Ground Crush to increase this Earthquake skill, and Anomaly Power increase when out of cover. That could be changed if you fancy something different, but it works. It increases your Anomaly Power, doesn't it? And there we've got Anomaly Power, Rivers of Blood for the increased damage against bleeding, and Power from the Ashes. That's one skill that I would change in this build. It works for me because when I'm on the Devastator, I'm playing with Gordon, who's on his Pyromancer. So the Ash bonus works there, but that would be the one thing I need to change. Again, just to another Anomaly Power booster. Or any kind of damage increase would be fine. On the gloves, we've got Earthquake using the skill reduces armor of the affected targets, and an extra Quake. On the boots, we've got another extra Quake, and Impale skill deals even more damage. So they're the skills we're pretty much using. On the weapons, on the pistol, I've got Ultimate Bleeding Bullets, just in case you need that extra bleed at long range. I've got the double gun here. This gun could be changed. This is just the best gun I've got, firepower-wise. The Def Change is a really good mod, because it stacks on top of the bleed and it's a bit of extra damage over time. And the Deadly Disturbance isn't too much of a bad mod, in all fairness. I see it a lot more in solo, when I'm just looking at the enemies by myself. But it's a decent mod. But this is one of the main damages I've got again. The Ravenous Locust deals damage over time yet again, so it's stacking with the Death Chains and the Bleed. And the Scrap Grenade, it's a one-shot rifle. Every time you shoot, you're getting that Scrap Grenade to go out, and it's got big damage. So if you Earthquake a whole pack of adds, and then shoot this into them once, gone. You've still got 2 Earthquakes left for the next pack. You could just use the Earthquake and riddle them one by one with that, but this does the business. If you can't be bothered with one-shot rifle, the Death Change is a great mod. There's loads of guns you could really use with this build, but that one works nicely. Most of the time, though, I would use this one over the other two. So that's the build. Like I say, it is changeable. The main thing is get the bleed on them, use the Earthquake, and absolutely mess them up. Once you use Golem, you get increased power for 10 seconds, so use the Golem, then you've got 3 Earthquakes to wreak havoc. And you've got the Impales as well. And not forgetting, if you get the Killing Blow with the Impale, spikes them up and you get that extra armor and health regeneration. That's the build. Here's a little bit of gameplay of it. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you've got any better mods that you think would fit on there. And yeah, as always, if you're liking the videos, please give us a like, subscribe and all that jazz. It helps build the channel and builds the community. Talking about community, get in the Discord, get in the conversation. We'll see you there. Fiddle Pip.